Here we are going live and staying warm here in Ohio, where it's still cold, but at least not so freaking cold that, you know, your words turn to icicles as you speak them. Um, so, tonight I'm just, it seems like this is the time I'm coming on as late. I guess I'm a late night host now. Um, because that's when I have time. So, okay, I am Deocean. This is Deocean's Deep Woo. Here we do the deepest of woo. We have woo chat, discussion, and woo news. What do I mean by woo? I mean woo woo. I mean, we have a tendency to look at things from an esoteric or what would you call it, metaphysical or spiritual or unusual perspective because I am a shamanic medium. And I do light language and several other things. Um, you're going to have to see. I do energy readings, stuff like that. Um, if that isn't your speed, I can't help you. You need another channel. But if you just want to hang around with some nice people, and if you're not a nice person, buzz off. You just go. Just keep scrolling. Buzz off. Don't want you, don't need you. So, anyway, there is quite a lot going Oh, I have to tell you, my little co-host, my Lyran co-host, little cowboy, my Manx kitty, he is on the floor right now because he is a cat. And if you want to see him, it all depends on him. Whether he wants to come up or not, he's a cat. Okay? So, can't do much about it until he figures out he wants to be adored by his loving fans, okay? So just let's get that out of the way. But he is here, and he is, of course, it's his channel. It's not my channel. He's the one that gets viral videos, not me. So, you know. The cat gets the viral videos. I don't get the viral videos. It's okay. That's why he's on the thumbnail now. He's on the thumbnail now. Hi, Lauren Fisher. How are you doing? Hi, Lauren. Flash. How are you doing? Flash what? Flash. I don't have flash on this camera. Oh, for $300? Are you kidding me? Tata. Hi, how you doing? What the heck are you talking about, Lauren Fisher? What the heck are you talking about, Lauren Fisher? Oh, goodness, Lord. This is not that kind of channel, sweetheart. I'm sorry, but you're on the wrong channel. Okay. Cherries. Lauren dear, this is the wrong channel for you, but it was nice meeting you. Have a nice day. You guys. Okay, so basically, we talk about things that are a little out of the ordinary, and oh my goodness, politics comes up because politics is so bizarre. So, what are you up to, Tata? Oh dear. Dry. It's very dry. It's been very, very dry and very cold. So, it's like that here in Ohio. Oh, I'm trying to stay awake. Um, I just want to hibernate in this weather. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is great hibernating weather. And demonic, demonic, Patty, Derek Sims. Are you simulated? Are you a real person? Just asking. How are you guys doing? So it doesn't get more weird or esoteric than the news we've been having lately. It just gets weirder. Here in the United States, where I am, it just gets weirder, deeper, stranger. Hey, Luke! Luke, I am your mother. No, no, I'm not. I'm really not. How you doing? Hey, Lou, how you doing? You. Thank you. Thank you. So, this is that the sound of a Tibet? Can you hear that? That's in the next room. Yeah, I'm playing a sound of a Tibetan bowl. There's the sound of a Tibetan bowl in the back. Is it bothering you? I didn't know you could hear it that well in here. Oh, thank you. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I am basically looking at the things going on in the world going, like you, going, WTF? How did we get to this? Well, it's going to get weirder. Because as I look ahead into 2026, this is just the beginning. We haven't really gotten rolling yet. That happens after we actually hit the year of the fire horse, which is coming up. And it's coming up before very long. I think it's like the 15th. So we're just getting started. This is just the warm up. Wait until it hits full scale. Then when we start to see it gallop along, when it hits full gallop, it's going to be wild as F. So just buckle up. Put your wagons in a circle, pilgrims. It's gonna be wild. How often do I live? Live. How often do I live? Once or twice a week is all. I'd love to do more, but my schedule and my energy won't allow it. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to do more. Imagine if ghosts started casting. Oh, here he is. He wants up. Come on. Come on, baby cake. Get your little furry butt up here. Come on. You can get up here. You're a cat. Have you forgotten that you're a cat? You can do that. Yeah, you can. Don't lie to me. Don't try to gaslight me. You're a cat. You can make that jump. I don't have to pick you up. I've seen you do it 1,000 times. You're just gaslighting me now. That's Cowboy. He's trying to tell me that I need to pick him up to get him to come up here. Are you trying to... What? I know you can come up over here then. Come here. If you don't like it that way, come up over here.
But I don't want to do that because that would be easy.
Get up here, knucklehead. Come on. My little knucklehead, that's my little Manx-Mo there. You've probably seen him in our shorts. So, Mango Hey Home. Huh? Mango, like the Saturday Night character. I am groovy right now. Yeah, he wants to be picked up. Come on. Come on. No human elevator today. No, because I'm going to have to move a lot of stuff in order to do that. Get on up. Get up. Get on up. Get up. Get on up. Come on, get up. Bum, 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 bum. Come on, get on up. There he is. See, I knew he could do it. You're a cat. You can do that, silly cakes. There he is. Mr. Wonderful. Yep, there he is. Showing off the fact that he is a Manx. He has no tail. Manxies don't have long tails. He's got like, I think, one vertebra. Manxes are like bobcats. They just naturally have very short to no tail. So he's very proud of that. So see the butterfly on his head? He got a butterfly. Isn't that cute? Got a little butterfly right there, and there's a body. I like his markings. He's got really cool markings. And he's got two spots on the side that sometimes turn into hearts. Double hearts, but right now they just look like quote marks. Maybe we should do quotes on this show. You think so? Think we should have a quote kitty? Maybe we should have you doing quotes, Mr. Mew. Probably if I just had a camera on Mr. Mew, I'd have a much bigger channel. Hey, Mr. Cowboy. Mr. Cowcat. Mr. Cowcat. Bring me some fur. I need a fella that purrs with big green eyes and a little pink nose.
I wanna play with those little bean-shaped kitty cat toes.
Here's something about a kitty cat. It's just hard to resist. He's all love. He really is. He's all love, Mr. Cake. Just purring his little heart out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need that. Actually healing people with his purrs. How do your lives take? What? Okay, I don't know. How long does your... Oh, how long do your lives take? How long are they? Well, they don't run that long. Well, it depends. I try not to make them more than like a couple hours, but sometimes they do run longer. Sometimes they're an hour, sometimes they're two. There, he's almost starting to go into a heart-shaped spots now. Almost. Not quite. Should call him Inkblot. Mr. Inkblot. So, make him speak like a human. Anyway, I don't know if anybody's gonna make it in tonight much. I'm getting such a late start. Oh, you have two kitties? Okay, what kind of kitties do you have? This is the south end of my messy bedroom there. Right down there, my laundry and everything, my new comforter and everything is sitting there. Anyway, so we're not hiding anything, except the other person wanted boobies, and I think, and it's like, I'm sorry, but I want to keep my channel PG, or maybe, yeah, parental guidance. That's the limit. Oh, hey, Elderberry, what's happening? You have a black cat from your neighbor who keeps waiting. Aw. And visiting your house. Aw. Okay, so you've got like a neighbor cat that visits and kind of hangs out. So you haven't been given a cat yet from the cat distribution system, because the cat distribution system waits until it's a time when you most need them, I guess. But it's funny how cats come into your life, isn't it? There's something that's very deeply spiritual about that. Cats come into your life at a very specific time. And usually you're not expecting it. It just happens. Well, some people go out and they intentionally look for a kitty cat. But life has a tendency to hand you a cat randomly. So many times I've seen so many videos where people are just walking along, this random cat just walks up to them, decides, hey, you're my human. Hi. Hi, you're my human now. You know, it happens a lot. My last cat, I opened my door. She'd been meowing outside because her other owners turned her out. And I felt sorry for her, but I really wasn't supposed to have a cat. But I opened my door one night at like 3 o'clock in the morning, putting out my trash. And here she comes walking in to my house. Like, okay, now I'm your cat. If they don't want me anymore, I'm going to be your cat. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know. She just, oh, you like my lives? Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, we're friendly here. We're not adversarial. We're not trying to get you riled up. We're not trying to do anything except just discuss things, you know, in kind of a woo way. Get that woo way. Okay. So, you know what, Lou? Maybe you need a real life cat. I think you probably do. Or dog. Or something. You need a real life pet. I think a real life pet would be so good for you. Why don't you have a pet? Is it something with where you live, or is it the good stuff? Water, pure water, from a zero water pitcher. Gotta stay hydrated. That's how I look so fabulous. Anyway, they think you can't take care of them. Well, okay. Oh, because of the autism and stuff. Here's a thought. Maybe you could ask for something like, to start out with, if I were starting somebody out to see if they could handle having a pet, I would start with something like, first let me see if you can grow a plant. If you can successfully nurture a plant, then we'd move up to something like fish. Maybe a goldfish, maybe a betta. And if you can successfully do that, maybe we could move up to something else. That's how I would do that. And maybe you could talk them into, it would probably help you even just to have a little betta fish or something. I mean, pets really do help ease your stress. They're not expecting anything from you except some food and a little bit of care, a little bit of love. Somebody else coming in? Oh, that's elderberry. Oh, of course you'll be waking up before very long, yeah. They have a superstition that cats bring bad luck. Wow, that's sad. I never had bad luck from a cat. What is my message to the world? Mr. Mission Control, you got some news for us? Hey, what is my message to the world? My message to the world would probably be, hey, truth is where you find it. You carry a spark of the divine, and therefore you are divine. And life is not set in stone. You have a lot more control over your own destiny than you think. Yeah. I have a lot of messages, I guess, and you'll see them if you go back over my shows. I also do a lot of stuff about when I find something that's going to help you feel better or get well or stay well. Right now, the bowl you'll hear in the background is for the sacral chakra, which is energy and money and emotion and all that, a lot of stuff. The color is orange. It's the second chakra. It's water flow. So anyway, I didn't mean for you to be hearing that. It's on in the other room. One of the things I do recommend, look at the frequency videos. Just type videos for frequency for whatever issue you have. Like, are you having trouble with one of your organs? Are you having trouble with too much thoughts on your mind, not being able to get to sleep, and so on? There are frequencies to help handle that and to help heal that, and I really recommend that. Let's see. One of my other messages to the world is please give peace a chance. It's a really old one. You don't have to chase every fad. You don't. You really don't. You get to be my age and you realize all of the stuff I did to try to be acceptable to other people. Tonight, I put on a little bit of makeup, not much. I put on a little bead of lipstick that I think is mostly worn off by now, and a little bit of like eyeliner. But really, when you see me, it's just me. Unless I'm trying to do a character. Now, sometimes I do characters to express other parts of myself. And some people say I am just a character, period, you know. And they may be right about that too. Yeah, freaky frequencies. What? Ah! Mr. Mission! Oh, well, thank you, Derek. Yeah, we got another Derek now. We do have another Derek in here sometimes. Follows. What's the big palooza? I am a character. Of course I am. I don't need to do characters. I am one. I really am. It's fun though. It's just other parts of my personality. Scary Karen is that part that is like a snarky school mom. And we're gonna do some more Scary Karen. I think next time she'll be doing astrology. And I'm timing it for the new year to start again with the Frugal B1TCH channel, because that's going to be a little different. People here expect me to be spiritual because I'm a psychic medium. I'm a shamaness. And I am, actually. I'm clairvoyant. And I can sometimes get out of my body and walk around and see stuff in a remote view and that kind of thing. But there's other sides of me too. There's a side that I really want to bring out that is more about thriftiness and being able to, I really am interested in health. I really am interested in living a maximal life on for a minimal fee. And that would be what she's going to be about, that's what Frugal's going to be about. And I'm kind of thinking of changing her title to Thrifty B18 TCH, because Frugal might be the wrong word. But anyway, then I won't be held to being spiritual. Because when I do card readings and stuff, and there are so many people in the spiritual community that are so left. They got the TDS and stuff. I pray for them, really. It's got to be painful right now. It's got to be painful. I try to be more of a centrist. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I might be a libertarian. I'm not sure. I'm an independent voter. But, people will just see it the wrong way. And it's like, I'm allowed to have a freaking opinion. Gee whiz. Catastrology. I like that. Catastrology. I'm apolitical. I'm apolitical what? You got ID? ID about what? Apolitical, yeah. I'm interested in politics, so it's very interesting. Weird AF. I mean, weird. Politics in, oh God, in the world, just in this country alone, but in the world at large. It's just so freaking weird. And it's getting weirder, you know? And then they finally did bring out, can I please go live at 9? Yes. Well, I could try and see if I can stay awake for it, because tomorrow I got some stuff to do, and I don't know how I'll feel when I'm all done. But I might try some different days. Anyway. No, I am not. Are you calling me a stoner? Okay. No, actually, I do get up early in the day, but you see, I have these things to do. I fall asleep so easy. It all stems back to the Epstein-Barr. Catching mono, which turned into the Epstein-Barr, which sneaks up at me when I'm stressed. At least that's how I understand it. And I can fall asleep at a moment's notice. I can fall asleep when I'm on the phone with somebody if I'm not very careful. And it does other wonderful things. Nah, not wonderful at all. But I am I've been all my life learning to do workarounds, learning to feel better, learning how to not ache so much. Because fibromyalgia makes you ache. It's painful. And it's sneaky. And a lot of people have it these days. So one of the things I've learned a lot about herbal and natural healing. I've learned about spiritual healing. I've learned about frequency healing. And I try to bring that into this show as much as possible. Don't tase me, bro. Mr. Mission, you're supposed to be a moderator. You're supposed to be a moderator, Private. I cover your privates. Okay, you're not supposed to be a private moderator. What are you doing? Don't taste me, bro. Are you drunk again? What the heck? You just learned you hold the record for the most places in one town to be trespassed. You mean that you trespassed and you're banned from? And you're on my show! Am I a lucky woman? I'm a lucky woman. Ay, 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 ay. You have a list and the police didn't even know all the places. I hope you didn't make lives about them. Like, what? Don Lemon? Don Lemon? You talk about some stupid lefties. Here, stupid. I mean, some of them is stupid. He was broadcasting his involvement in a criminal activity. And he's all surprised when he gets arrested. And instead of blaming it on being involved in a criminal activity, he says it's because he's gay and black. No, moron. It's because you committed a crime. Busting in on people having a church service is a crime in this country. You can't impede people's worshiping in their own building, in their own church, temple, cathedral, whatever. You can't do that, impeding people from having their own religious service. It's crazy that didn't occur to him. He thought he was okay because he was a reporter. See, that's what I mean. The world is crazy out there. You are extremely obnoxious and smartass. You blacked out several times this week, but I keep you around for and giggles. Your solar activity. You're a freelance reporter, okay. Oh, okay. Well, Derek, I hope you're comfy. So, anyway, thought I'd just talk about a few weird little things that are going on. We are going to have the year of the horse, the fire horse, and it's going to go quickly. Things are going to go way quickly. I think by the 15th, you're going to see, we're already starting to see some arrests. We're going to see probably a lot more action. I think the weather, I think the cold is going to hang on a little while this year. And because I don't do like full-scale predictions, I just read the energy that's going on. There are some people that's kind of trying to frighten us that, what's going on in the sanctuary city of Minneapolis, Minnesota, is going to spread, but if it does, it'll only be in sanctuary cities, because if they just do the lawful thing and turn over criminal aliens to, ICE, and there's no need for them to go out into the populace, and there's no need for anybody to go out and follow them around and try to kill them and stuff. So, I don't think it'll happen in everywhere, just maybe some sanctuary cities in there. There is a movement to do away with sanctuary cities because it turns out that they're only sanctuaries for criminals. That's all it is. When they look at them, they find corruption, fraud, and then after that they find fraud, and then they find some corruption, and then more fraud, and also on top of that, corruption and crime and corruption, which is a great record, I tell you. Unbroken for most of them. So yeah, millions of dollars being skimmed off for people who don't do anything for this country at all and never paid into any of it. Most of them don't even pay taxes. They are wards of the state. Oh yeah, did I tell you that we were going to find out things that were going to make people livid mad? I did tell you that. And it is. It's making people really mad. So mad that they're saying, oh yeah, what in the heck am I paying my taxes for? And that's a good question. What in the heck are you paying your taxes for? For some Somali to tuck it in their black rolling suitcase and take it to Somalia? When they say they hate us, their country is much better, but they don't want to go there. Want to go home, Their country is so much better. They love their country. They don't want to go home though. They like it here where they get all the free money, right? Ah, come on. Come on. What? Hmm. You can't sleep during yeah, I have trouble with sleeping during solar activity too. How much people are on my usually we have more than this. Usually we have about 12. Well, how many does it say we have? Globe Masters. Well, yeah, there is this big thing going on with the Middle East right now. And it'll be interesting because people can blah 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 about it, but let's face it. The United States is the superpower in the world. And it's about time we started acting like it, and I'm glad to see it because I've seen so much BS in the world in the last decade, at least, that I can't even tell you. Well, actually, for a long, long time, but I mean really crazy stuff in the last decade. So it's about time that we picked it back up and became the monsters that we are, and not in a bad way. Because most of these countries are places where they really want their country back. They have dictators and they want their country back. Is that wrong? Yeah, I want my non-GMO food back. You know what? Let me tell you something. I went shopping and I started looking because I came home and I found GMO on Campbell's soup. Then I saw that bit about the I think the second in command of Campbell's soup, going, who wants that printed crap? I don't, that stuff. Okay, so basically you've got this guy who's, one of the heads of the company. He doesn't want to eat his own food that he's making, and he's upset about it. You know what? I'm upset about it too. Bioengineered means, they can make artificial milk in a lab. They can make artificial meat. But it's made with chemicals and bacteria. No. No, I say no. And then on top of the GMOs, the genetically modified organisms. You know what I'm looking at it? I'm looking, if nature is God, what is that? There's your basic Antichrist. There's your basic Antichrist stuff. The natural world is, as we see it, what God made, right? If you believe the Bible or whatever, But all of this artificial crap that they're doing, wouldn't that be Antichrist? And Jesus, the one they called Jesus, that wasn't his name. His name was actually Jesus, Yeshua. He was known by different names. It turns out that he's one of many who had a very similar backstory. But we won't get into that tonight. But, the teachings, they worship the name and the person. They don't listen to the teaching and they don't apply it. What good is that? I mean, it's crazy. That's crazy. We went through the period where My mycelium networks are watching and waiting for us to keel over. Yeah, Minneapolis, really. Um, I'll take Texas right now. You've been seeing a light plane taking off. Well, it's probably not. I don't even smoke. I do chew gummies though. Anyway, mycelium. You know what? When I was meditating, I did get a message from the mycelium one time. They actually want to help us. The mycelium aren't all bad. Some of them can kill us though. Everyone knows the AI made us woo. Common meow. What? I heard a lot of crimes are happening in Ohio. Actually, we have now they're looking, because we have the second largest population of Somalians in Columbus. They're now looking into fraud claims in Columbus. And yes, they are finding them. So, but we're also quite sure that this is not just in Ohio and Minnesota. This is probably everywhere, because look at California. I will bet you California. We already know New York is dirty now. I mean, Mamdani, damn commie, what I call damn commie, his mommy. And the commie's mommy was with Epstein. She was a real scream queen. There's a song in there somewhere. Maybe I'll write that song. Mamdami's mommy was with Epstein. Yeah, she was. And New York is going to hell, just like we said it was going to do, because he ran out of other people's money. He spent all the other people's money, and he ain't got none of his own. So now what's he going to do? Well, nobody knows. But you know what I say? You voted for him. Why? Why? Why did you vote? Why did you vote him in? And for those of you who didn't vote for him, I'm so sorry. But the moment you saw the way the election was going, you should have started to make plans to leave, because you know what he's going to do. You know what's going to happen. It's going to be Escape from New York and Where's Snake Plissken when you need him, and Cabby. Remember Ernest Borgnine? Cabby, one of my favorites. Character actor from the old days. If you didn't see Escape from New York, you should. It was pretty good. And we'll soon be seeing the latest updated version. Probably under Mamdami. You can't make this up. Oh, well, we did though, a long time ago. We did make it up. Or maybe somebody's dark plan. Maybe it was all due to somebody's dark plan. You know, I'm really of the opinion the symptoms don't... Symptoms? Simpsons don't predict anything. They just tell you the dark plan, because they know it, because they're part of it. And they just tell you what the plan is. They don't tell you the future, because they've been wrong on a lot of occasions too. But people don't talk about that. It's just more fun to talk about, oh no, they were right, they predicted. No, they didn't. They just knew what the plan was. And Actually, for a long time, I could tell you too what the dark plan was and how it was going to go. And actually, I can still tell you what's going to happen in the elections. I can still do that. I'm still absolutely accurate. I have been for years on how the elections are going to go. But I wanted to show you. See, to me, this looks like balls of poop with crystals, with beautiful crystals. But apparently, this bracelet is Egyptian prophecy stones and Lemurian seed crystals. And I thought that was interesting enough that when I got a really good deal on it, I bought one. Oh my goodness. 9, exactly 9 lumps of, well, seed prophecy stones, Egyptian prophecy stones. Look like lumps of poop. It'd be funny if they were, wouldn't they? It would be weird if they find out, if Roger from Mud Fossil, Roger finds out that they're really just some ancient critter just yeeted them out, and people are wearing them on their wrists now in a petrified form. But then the Lemurian seed crystals are very beautiful. But it's such a unique bracelet, I just had to show it off to you. You know. And it looks very tribal and shamani. It's shamani, is that a word? Shamani? Shamani? Shamani hominy. Have to make some ground cornmeal. Shamani hominy. Hominy, Bob. If I had a chance to go anywhere, where would it be? If I had a chance to go anywhere, I'd like to go back to the Library of Alexandria and read all the records. Nah, I'm just kidding. That'd take too long. You mean anywhere currently? I don't know. Tell you the truth, everything feels very unstable, but there are some beautiful places in the world. Maybe, you know what, I think I'd like to see Denmark, because that's where my dad came from. My dad's family came from Danish nobility. They were skilled people, craftspeople, and actually worked in the palace. So, and supposedly there are castles with our family name on them. So I'd kind of like to see that one day. I'd kind of like to see that. But Denmark is kind of weird right now. Everywhere over in Europe is kind of weird right now. You know, Poland seems to be getting their act together now. They seem to have their act together. That might be fun to go to. But they're so close to, you know, where all that stuff is going on over there. Ukraine and whatever. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe, I hear that Thailand is beautiful. Might be nice to visit. Just visit. I don't know. Tell you the truth, I've been pretty much just trying to figure out how to have a good life here where I am. I'd like to go traveling one day, though. You just saw a meteorite. Get another wish, okay. Bunny Ranch. chamois absorbs everything. Okay. You would go to Greece. Yeah, Greece. Now that's a thought. Greece might be cool. You're right. Nothing much going on in Greece right now, I don't think. Nothing bad, anyway. You would go to Finland or Greenland to see the aurora. Or Iceland, yeah. Isn't it funny the way they were selling and not selling Iceland and Greenland, and how I always get the two confused. And it's so funny when Trump got the two confused. Said Iceland when he meant Greenland. Everybody was making, he's losing it. Where were you during Biden? You know, the people who are trying to say that Trump is losing it, it's like, where were you during Biden? Were you like just asleep? Were you like totally bombed on your butt, or what the heck? Where were you? It was so obvious. And now they go, oh, we got it confused. He's in mental decline. And it's like, I get them confused. As far as I know, I'm not in mental decline. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm crazy. No, it's just my other characters. Greece sounds like it might be. Yeah, does actually sound like it might be fun. And it might be fun to see the Aurora Borealis. South Korea or Japan? You want to go to Japan? Because you like sideways. Oh. No, it's not, Mr. Mission. No, it's not. Iceland, it's funny because Iceland is actually pretty green and Greenland is pretty icy. And that's the way they got people to go to Greenland though, is to call it Greenland. Greenland doesn't sound nice. Doesn't sound like an icy, version of hell, but it's not really hell though, but it's pretty icy, pretty cold. I don't think I'd want to live there. I don't like the cold. I don't like it really super hot either. I'm looking for somewhere, you know what, I'm looking for somewhere that's woodsy, maybe not quite tropical, but where they have mild winter and mild summer, just kind of moderate place, temperature, where I could do a lot of swimming, sit out in the woods, take pictures of the clouds and the wildlife. That kind of thing. I'd love that. I'd do my arts, do my music. That's what I'd like. Someplace that where it's easy to live, where it's not too hard to live, where you don't have to fight the elements and the wildlife and the whatever. So I'm not much for too far south because they got gators and crocodiles and caimans and big spiders and whatever. Not too much for that. Netflix. That's kinky. See the Cat Island and the high-speed rail. Yeah, that would be fun. It would be. Really? You know what? I was in New Orleans the year that they made that show. I can't remember the name of that show. It was both the year that they made Girls Gone Wild in New Orleans and they made that cop show down there. I can't think what they called that cop show. But they had the mounted police all over down there. Wow, it was really wild here, let me tell you. Now that was a wild Mardi Gras. Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do? There's a bully that spilled all your food. What did you do? Did you part his hair in a different way? Oh, good. Dog the bounty hunter, yeah. You know, honestly, yeah, maybe it was just called cops. I don't know. It was a strange year. Strange, very strange. So many things going on at once. We're talking about coming up on the millennium. Everybody thought Y2K, we're gonna just be, beep, it's gonna be all over. You know what, I've been around a while. If I got scared every time they told us that it was gonna be, I can name you probably, if I went through them one time, at least a dozen end of the world scenarios that are going on right now. The people are touting right now. You know what? Do I put any faith in any of them? No, not really. I don't see it happening. I don't see the world ending. Sorry. Sorry about your luck. You'll have to drop your frequency down low enough to be in that reality. It's not my reality. Not my reality, baby. My reality is too high frequency for that. Like I tell you, I always tell you, man, it's all about your frequency. It is. If you get high enough frequency, a lot of stuff just ain't going to happen to you. So, you know, a lot of bad stuff just can't happen to you. I still have stuff happen, but I get through it. Some people don't get through it. Hey, be glad when you do get through it. You know, you got to be glad when you get through whatever. And it's not about shit never happening. It's about being able to get through it, which I always do. So I'm glad for that. Because if you're in this world, stuff is going to happen. That's just the way it is. And yeah. Oh, he'll punch you? Well, then you just beat him to death with a tray and go to his funeral? No, I don't recommend that. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Don't do that. Don't. That's totally a joke. Maybe not a funny one. I probably shouldn't have said that. But what I would definitely say is if somebody is shaking you down for lunch, you should give it to them. All over them. All over them. And if they try to beat you up, just use the tray as a shield. No. Or you can make a little voodoo doll of them, and nah, you can't. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. So, I just come on. I came in for a little while because I miss you guys. I wanted to touch base with you and say hi and just talk a little while because I miss you. I miss getting on. Mm. Yeah, the voodoo doll is a little extreme, so don't do that. Don't do that. Good night, unbelievers. Good night, Mr. Mission. Oh my goodness. Big Lou is giving you pointers on how to deal with bullies. He's been there. He's done that. Okay. It's been about an hour. Well, I won't be right back because it's been about an hour and I'm about to leave. I just came in to say hi and for the vibe because I said I would be in on Monday and it's just barely Monday. It's actually beyond Monday now. But and I have stuff I got to get up and do tomorrow. But I just wanted to come in and say hi and talk a little woo and a little news. Okay. You guys, remember, truth is where you find it. Hope you're always finding some on my show. And we had a little fun tonight. We'll have more. I'm going to try to be on another night this week. I'll try for Wednesday. No promises, though, because Wednesdays have been rough. If I come on Wednesday, it might be a lot earlier so that I can get some sleep. 9 p.m. Yeah, I can go earlier. I'm thinking of streaming earlier because it's late for a lot of my friends. But we'll see what I can do. Love y'all. And honestly, y'all, some of you crazy, but it's okay. You know? It's okay. Don't hurt each other. Be nice. Okay. And Mr. Cowboy, he sends his purse. Wait a minute. We'll end with a view of Mr. Cowboy there. Sleeping it off. He's a niphead, you know. No, he's not. He's really. He doesn't even really like catnip. That's the weird thing. He's a weird cat. He's having so much fun over there in his comfy spot. With the laundry. With the laundry. Cat's most favorite spot is the laundry, of course. He likes to be near the laundry. Cats just love the laundry. Comfy. Yeah, I know. I didn't think through that singing bowl thing very well, did I? I didn't think you'd hear it in here, but I picked it up. Well, such as it is. What I'd like to bring you sometimes is some stuff I found out about 11, about the number 11 and 1111. But that'll be for another show. And I would point you at our lovely group. What do they call it? Group tab for this channel. I've left a couple of movie posts, video posts, some very interesting video posts that might help some of you. And I leave frequency videos in there too, so that when I find a good frequency video, you guys can use it too. This one is D sharp minus 25, which means they've adjusted it for YouTube compression, so it's closer to the pure tone. YouTube kind of screws with everything that you put out. So, isn't that lovely? Okay. So yeah, look at our community. They call it the community tab. That's right. And if you want to donate, I'm Ocean Diana on well, everything actually. PayPal, and I'm also on Cash App. Ocean Diana. Ocean, O-C-E-A-N, Diana, D-I-A-N-A. And I think there's a picture of me. If not, I am going to put a picture there so you're sure that it's me. Anyway, yep. Okay, so, something about what? Huh? Live in stream is already 5 a.m. What? Where are you, Derek? See, it's 1:01 here. Well, anyway, love you, and I'll see you next time on The Price is Right, which is basically free, and free entertainment right here on The Ocean's Deep Blue. Love you. Sweet dreams. Bye-bye.